Hey, this is Caleb Jacob, and you're watching the Music Enthusiast.
Hey guys, it's Gracie from the Music Enthusiast, and today I'm here with Caleb Jacob. How are you?
I'm great. I'm wonderful in Vancouver, sun shining. So yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well.
Yeah,
How are you, Gracie?
I'm great because I get to talk to you.
Oh, don't flatter me. Don't make me blush on camera.
I mean, the last two times we talked, it was about music. This time, you recently released your own clothing line. How has that release been for
Yeah.
you?
It's super dope. I looked at like the analytics and I was like, wow, this clothing brand has seen more places around the world than I have in my whole life. And I was like, I don't know whether to be jealous or like proud. So it's good, it's super dope. But then I was like, it also made me like want to travel the world more, which is weird. I just like looked at just gave this map and it showed me where walls was like opened up around the world and I was like, yo, I don't know any of these places and I need to get out. But it's good. It's
I
great. I'm
mean,
happy.
yeah, have you made a list of places you're gonna travel now?
No, honestly, like no. Like I feel like my biggest kind of hopes or like dreams when it comes to traveling is like just like last minute booking, like no, like don't know where to go and just be like, what's your cheapest flight? I mean, as long as it's like a cool place, like not like I don't know, some random place in like some small city in the States or something. But like I just want to go somewhere like super random and just like kind of really feel the culture and just be like live like everybody else does, not go in like a hotel or something like that. So I don't know when that's gonna happen because I'm like obviously just a starving artist, but we'll see. And COVID.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully
Yeah.
it'll happen.
Yeah, I know. Fingers crossed.
I mean, your merch is called Walls. Do you want to explain that name for people that don't know about it?
Yeah, okay. So walls, the whole kind of concept started from an album I was creating, which I was just going through just a really like isolated episode in my apartment in Toronto. It's like a basement apartment. It's a tiny apartment. And I just like I guess my brain was just so like isolated that it got to the point where it started to create things like just like things that I've never thought of before inside my walls, inside my bedroom and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy what I can create in these four walls. And then I was like, the idea just grew on me. I held onto the album because it's something like I just have really close to my heart, and I guess I'm not ready to release yet. But then the idea kept like growing on me, and then I was talking to my manager, and he was just like saying I've just been talking about like starting a clothing brand because I'm really passionate about it and stuff like that. And he was like, why don't we start a clothing brand like you've always wanted to? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, well, what do we call it? And he's like, what about walls? And I was like, holy shit. And I was like, yeah, man. So the whole concept of walls is just having the ability to create like anything, whether it's like a mental state within your head, within like the confines of your head, or whether it's like a crazy, who knows what it could be, like a crazy painting in your bedroom or like, you know what I mean? So much can change. You can do so much within like the confines of walls. I think it's very applicable to like right now being like locked down with COVID and then just like in general, just like even like kids growing up in their like family houses where like the environment could be toxic or could be like beautiful regardless, but whatever you can create in there is just kind of like limitless. That's what walls is about.
I mean, it's a good story to it, and it's a
Thank
good
you.
idea. Um,
Thank you.
you have a lot of pieces on your website already. Do you have
Yeah.
a favorite one?
Mm, okay. I really like this one. Like, so it's this, and then there's like, oh, hold up. There's a flower on the back. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, cool. So like, I really like this one, and then there's a blanket piece, which is like super cool and like not a lot of people know, so I just have to like promote it properly because like everyone I've shown it has been like, oh, that's like a weird pattern for a shirt, and I'm like, it's not a shirt, it's a blanket, and they're like, oh, cool, and then they're like, why do you have like checkers on it? And I'm like, no, it's like a chessboard, like you could play chess on it. So I really love the
Okay.
chessboard. Yeah. I love the blanket because I think it's such a cool idea. I just got like I'm just getting shipments in now for myself. So once I get that, have it out, take some pictures with it, people will start to be like, oh, that's not a shirt with some weird design on it. It's like a really cool blanket that you could just like roll out in the summer and like play chess or checkers like wherever you are.
You can use it for
So that's
anything.
my yeah, exactly. You could put like crackers on it if you want. If you're having a picnic,
Crackers? Yep.
play yeah, like put some cheese on some of them and then no cheese on other ones and play checkers with the cheese crackers and
Okay.
the normal. Yeah, so that's it. I just thought of that too. So yeah, play chess on the blanket, please. I want to see it. Whoever gets it and send pictures.
Mhm. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, you have a lot of pieces. How did you come up with the designs of it? Because I know you have the flower on the back and you obviously have walls on it. Like, what was the creative
Yeah.
process like?
I mean, I'm pretty new to like designing clothes, but I've been working in like Illustrator and Photoshop for a while. Sorry, my dog is here and he's being weird. Um, yeah, so I've been working on Photoshop and Illustrator for a while. Hey, puppy, say hi. Come here. Oh no, okay, no, he's not
He's like,
making it in
no,
the
I
screen.
don't want to. Oh my God, he's so precious.
Okay, sorry. Uh, so I think the like we started from yo, uh, Oscar, please.
He wants
I'm
to be
sorry,
part of
buddy.
it.
Okay, he can be a part of it. It all started like first it was getting the font with me and like me and my manager like we're kind of like both going in on the whole project and first it was the font and we were like hey we have to have like the perfect font the perfect just yeah just these letters that represent the brand and we literally spent like it was so dumb we spent like 5 hours on like picking a font and then once we got that done it was like really it was just like a really excessive process it was like super probably unnecessary but hey we got the font and then I was just going through like a bunch of inspo. My God, this dog is needy. I was just going through like a bunch of inspo on like through like web pages and trying to get like see different designers, see what they were doing and all that kind of stuff. And eventually like I think I just like looked at the smiley face, like I have this little like smiley face tattoo in my ear, and I think I was like, I just want to do something that like makes people smile and makes the world like a better place. And when I think of like the world being a better place, I just like think of smiling. And it was a really simplistic idea, but then I also thought about like, oh, the time in my room where I could just like distort reality and distort like the boundaries of life. So I was like, why don't I take like a normal smiley face and just like kind of manipulate it and bend it like we're bending the rules within our confines and stuff and then slowly I've just been like learning how to design things as I go along like I'm definitely not a genius with it but I'm like I'll go through like a bunch of pictures and depending on like the drops I'll search up on like Google like what's something that has to do with summer and then I'll find like an ice cream cone and I'll be like, oh, I have an idea. So then I'll like go on like Photoshop and stuff like that, start like manipulating the designs into like an ice cream cone that's like melting and so yeah, like the design process is definitely I would say like the best way to describe it is kind of spontaneous and right now really just going with the flow, especially because it's just such a new brand. But I also love it for that reason because like why not take the advantage of having all that freedom while you're starting out? Because if you do go to a certain point where people get on board, everything's a lot more planned and all that kind of stuff. So it's like just right now, just going with the flow, just having as much fun with it as possible.
Yeah. I mean, was there a favorite part of this whole process for you?
Mm, I think creating the brand concept because that always is what really makes me fall in love with a project is the idea behind it and the purpose, our intention on how to like impact the world. Like that's always my favorite part. That's something I really love to do is create like not just the designs, but getting creative with like the brand is like, okay, we have cool designs, we have this, we have that, but what are we here to do? Like what's our purpose? Are we here just to create cool shirts? Are we here to like try to help the world, like making these like 100% organic, like recycled material, or like trying to give like proceeds to wildlife reservation or foundations and stuff like that. So definitely coming up with that stuff is my favorite. And then the designs around the idea, like how to actually sell the idea, how to like make the idea come to life into fruition is like definitely the second favorite part. But the concept, it's always the concept for me.
Yeah, I mean, it turned out great. So there you
Thank
go.
you.
Um,
Thank you, Gracie.
do you have any future plans or projects for the shop?
So since we're so new to it, we're just talking to a lot of people in the clothing industry with like startups who've been doing like well and asking them how to kind of just get better at the craft and all that stuff. And this guy Mako World, he owns Brainwashed US, and he's really dope, and he's been a great help, and he's selling this like pamphlet that's super fire for startup clothing companies, and he's been great. Like he's like, you can call me whenever and stuff like that. So in terms of what we kind of want to do next, it's definitely just like one, try to figure out how to grow everything, how to make this like company really have an impact, you know what I mean? And at the same time, we want to do like creatively speaking, we want to do like drops for every season or every feeling that just goes through us, like maybe three designs for like summer nighttime, and just do like the sky and just like a map of our solar system with a dot that says like you are here, and just a
Okay.
reminder that like, yeah, just like a lot of like things to do with, I think we just want to do as much drops as possible, and like and do drops to do with I guess what's happening in the world too. And it'll kind of come up as we go along, but also at the same time, like we want to do like Halloween drops and make like the smiley face like look evil, or like, you know what I mean, like Valentine drops, and just have like all these lovey-dovey shirts and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say that's all we have like in mind right now. That's all we have really planned right now. But it feels like it's coming along really well, really smoothly. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, you're
Yeah.
doing great so far for your first drop, so
Thank
congratulations.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy, honestly.
Yeah. Well, thank you for talking more about your gift shop.
Of course.